Hey guys, we're back here at the Next Gen Arena for more KeSPA Cup. We are going to jump into the second series of the night. It's going to be Dream versus True.
Yeah. I was just chatting with some of the people in the Zubu right now during the break. It's pretty fun to interact with you guys. Yeah, we're going to our second series. Dream highly favored, but True, as Maru said, you know, he wants to face him. He's a good Zerg player, actually. He was one of the best for like a very short time. Like I would say he was like top 4 Zerg in Korea for like 2 weeks, and then he suddenly disappeared.
I was going to say a month, but I think maybe 2 weeks is more accurate. You know?
For like 2 weeks, he was just like trashing on Proasses as well. Yeah. Now his TV's or his ZBT, to be like more accurate in the ordering there, because he is the Zerg player in this series, is very Baneling focused. Like he's not going to be having a ton of Mutalisk chase and medevacs like we saw there. He's going to have an overwhelming amount of Banelings. Like if he's winning the game, you will see him make more Banelings than there are Marines. He is
he's one of those guys. He likes explosions.
Yeah, in Korea, his nickname is the Runaway Train Zerg. Like he just runs away with it.
He runs away with the game sometimes too. Like you were saying, he gets ahead and he just like steamrolls people. It's a really cool Zerg style, especially against Terran. I'm really looking forward to the series. I think Dream is definitely still favored, but you look at the way True got through to these series, and I think he's doing well in other tournaments as well. I haven't really been paying too much attention, but just on the sheet in front of me, he defeated Cure, Trust, Stork, and Stats in a best-of-3. Like, that is pretty huge. This guy may be back.
I think his ZVP is incredible, which is a shame he has to face Dream here, a 2-time Star League finalist. It's the first time they're facing each other since DreamHack in 2013.
What?
And the second
it's been
point
a while, guys.
The second point is just that same fact in Korean. I guess just translated there, but you know, the cool thing about this to me, just that specific stat is it kind of brings back the idea that True travels a lot. He actually has spent a lot of time overseas. Has been to many DreamHacks. He kind of made a name for himself traveling overseas, and then started doing well in the GSL. I think he might have even made it to like a round of 8 in the GSL. Code S. We're going into our picks and bans here, though.
Back with Tablet Man. Tablet Man, Guy Bear.
Tablet Man's just laying it out, man. He's like, this is what the maps, this is what you got to pick. He's like, no, I'm sorry, that's not in the pool. He's like, yes, Iron Fortress is still in the pool.
You're not allowed to ban Dash and Terminal, I'm sorry. Oh, he didn't ban Dash and Terminal.
Whoa.
We're going to see that map. And Dream has a choice between Coda and Dash and Terminal. I think he's deciding.
True banned Moonglade? That's messed up.
Yeah.
I think Moonglade really respects his play, actually. Moonglade's kind of a fan, I think.
And so Dream picked Dash and Terminal instead of Coda, and then True picked Cactus Valley, seeming to be a good map here for ZVT. Wouldn't be surprised if the next one were Coda. Oh, it's going to be Iron Fortress. That map can also be good, as we saw in the last series, especially if you get some good spawning positions.
Yeah. The cool thing about this vote, too, is that you saw Dream when he picked Dash and Terminal, he had like the biggest smile on his face. Like,
yeah. Well, I feel like right now, especially after seeing that last series, like this map pool is, I'd say, pretty heavily Terran favored, to be totally straight up. Bridgehead is the one map that's pretty not so good for Terran, but all the other ones are pretty good. Like Terraform is, I feel, pretty balanced overall.
Yeah, Terraform is pretty balanced. I don't know if I like it, though. Yeah,
I like it. I think it's my favorite of all the new maps. The second map was, why can't I remember this?
Dash and Terminal? Or the second map we had
Cactus Valley. Yeah. That one is probably the best for Zerg right now. We're seeing it being bound out by Terrans. We're seeing Zergs pick it as their first map. Like, it just seems to be that map that's really good outside of Bridgehead.
Yeah.
So it's a hard place for True, where he has to decide between Moonglade and Dash and Terminal, which map he wants to ban out.
Yeah, perhaps he's just really scared about those tank drops. It wouldn't surprise me.
Or just the style that Maru played, just heavy mech style. You're just so able to sit back and just defend. Like, how is the Zerg ever going to kill you on that map?
Yeah. Well, let me see Dream stats there briefly. The most important thing to note is the American Dream pin he's wearing, as well as the fact that he has gone to Star League twice in the finals. 2-time finalist. Very important to note, back-to-back as well. And he wants to go for a third finals this season, no doubt.
I think he can do it. He's still pretty dominant. Let's hope he doesn't pull us too, though. Here's True. He's actually been doing quite well here in 2015, 63 and 30. That is over 67%.
Yeah. I mean, looking at his record, that's quite impressive. He's also joined along with Fantasy Dead Pixels, and this team is really starting to shape up quite nicely. Fantasy's kind of made a bit of a comeback. He's looking pretty solid these days. And we've already had proven basically that these foreign teams, owned Koreans, basically Koreans that are sponsored by these foreign teams, can actually compete with the KeSPA pros right now. Rain won the GSL, and True seems to be making a bit of a comeback. That 2015 results list was pretty crazy. Like, I can't believe he was actually doing better than I thought. Like,
yeah,
wow.
Kind of just flying under the radar. Isn't playing in many individual leagues over here, or even Pro League, of course. So he'll tend to fly under that radar, especially for us. These guys, pretty close friends, it seems, joking around in the chat. True's like, please take it easy on me, young.
Yeah. And, like, he's even said, like, why is this so funny, like, there at the end.
Well, so guys, close. Summon to game number 1 right now. Dash and Terminal. Can True defend on this map?
SK텔레콤 T1 드림 조종혁 vs 데드 픽셀즈 트루 방태수.
No lift. It's Dream guys down here in the right side, in the red, our Terran player.
No Gangnam style. Up here at the top 12, the purple Zerg is True this time. Been pretty consistent with the purple Zergs today. Sometimes we don't have any like tall, one-eyed, purple-haired people eaters. I think we're okay.
Yeah, that's really good that we don't have any of those guys.
Yeah, we're fine.
Sure. Oh, he is the Viper for his girlfriend. She's getting a kick out of that.
Well, good to have her down
She
here.
hurt her hand.
Yeah, I actually haven't seen a cast like that in Korea like ever before. People just like really safe and don't break their arms here. Wonder what happened. I hope
like
she's
this
okay.
couple, they're not too embarrassed.
Yeah.
And of course, they do get a gift card, I believe, from doing that.
She's like, you better win the contest. I'm not gonna come down and watch Starcraft with you unless I get that coupon to go to like the I don't even remember which shop.
I want to go to the department store. I want to go shopping. Okay, I don't. I just want to win the event. That's all I'm here for.
By the way, I haven't.
But then she's gonna fall in love with Starcraft.
Yeah, she will. That's how he Nopchis her, man. That's the way.
Is that how he Nopchis her?
He abducts her by making her fall in love with Starcraft. Now she's gonna come here forever. I wanted to talk about this for a while, but there was never really a good time. Yesterday's matches were like super high profile, and there wasn't a lot of downtime. But there's a lot of fangirls that come to the studio really consistently. That's way too much information for you to try and translate while I'm telling you guys the story. So, they come here, and the thing about it is they're hardcore fans. Like they're not just like, oh, I like those guys and they're cute and I want to see them play and I'm screaming about it. Like they like know the maps, they know the strategies, and like they're like so into it that imagine like 4 girls staying together and 2 of the girls want Dream to win and 2 of the girls want True to win. They like yell at each other and they like argue about the strategies and stuff. Like I sat next to them the other day when you and Moonlight were casting the first day of this. And like they're just like arguing about the strategies and stuff. They're like really into it, and
yeah, man, the passion is real over here.
Yeah, it's absolutely real. Some of the fangirls that I've noticed that come here a lot yesterday were like very aggressively wanting to talk to Snoot as well, which leads me to believe that they actually watch foreign StarCraft on top of Korean StarCraft.
Well, they definitely know some of the more famous players, especially Snoot, handsome guy.
All right, here comes this Reaper, gonna try to get some kills. A very quick pass to this base, so wouldn't be surprised if we see that commitment to triple Reaper. 2 at least so far. And yep, 3rd Reaper.
He doesn't do too much damage, but he gets a nice scout off. That's one thing about this map. You can go jump down the cliff and then jump up the cliff straight into the Zerg base.
You know what this map reminds me of, actually, is, what was the map called? Scrap Station.
Yeah?
Do you remember that map? The gold base at the bottom?
Yeah. And they're really close by air.
Yeah, and there's an island in the middle.
Yeah.
Or, you know, in the middle at the top.
Yeah, yeah.
This map reminds me of Scrap Station.
It's kind of like a redone, bigger Scrap Station in a way when you look at it.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. It's much more balanced, no doubt. Scrap Station was terrible.
Wow.
I mean,
let's see more games on this map before we call anything balanced.
I guess you're right. Ooh, he's going to lose that Reaper. Good call here by True.
True told him to take it easy on him, and Dream is doing that, donating some Reapers. But, yeah, I mean, True went for the very quick speed as well as a very quick pull before the hatchery. So he's going to be pretty safe against this. The only thing this really affects is getting those hatcheries out. And, you know, Dream behind this is going to be pretty safe to just put down 3 CCs and be totally fine.
A super quick lair here for True, so we're going to be seeing 2 base of Muta.
Well, you know, when you're playing on Scrap Station, you're just too close by air.
You know, I didn't even know. I just checked with my observing PC that the middle base to the bottom left, like the bottom center one next to the watchtower, just like Scrap Station, is a gold base just like Scrap Station.
Well, there's some extra gold bases there, too, next to the main bases.
Yeah,
it's almost like they were put there for the Terran to fly their CCs.
Yeah. I mean, it's even closer than the gold base on Habitation Station, I believe. Just looking at this at first glance, it looks much closer.
Yeah. It definitely is.
So, yeah, wow. I actually didn't get to see any of you guys' games on this one that you guys cast.
We only saw one. Maybe 2. But one ZVT, and for a good reason.
Yeah.
Reaper going to come in here. Scout, no third base, a very late third base. And I have a good idea that True's staying back, probably going for that Muta style.
Yeah, a Viking will come out here and deny the Overlord Scouts, and might be able to get an idea about this if he goes and scouts aggressively. He might also just scan. 50-50 chance he sees it. But, I mean, it's either Mutas or it's like a Nidus. And any sort of a Roach Baneling timing would have hit by now. He also controls the Watchtower, so he's not worried about that. And he has total vision of his base, so Nidus isn't really a concern. True loses the Overlord here. Supply blocks him, actually. That's why I pointed out. He's obviously going to lose it to that Viking, but he's lost a little bit of production time here. Needs to get that ready for these Mutas. He's actually not making more than just once. He's not going to make a lot of Mutalists here, unfortunately, when that Spire finishes. That's unfortunate.
Pretty big mistake. Well, actually, he's got that hatchery on the way.
But the hatch only gives like 1 supply, I think. So,
well,
oh, there he goes. Now he's got the Overlord.
Okay.
Look, he should be making 7 Mutas right now.
Yeah, it's going to be delayed a bit here. Ooh, look at this. Maybe going for a bust. You know, it's only supply depots there.
Yeah,
and Dream doesn't even know about this.
This is actually possibly going to do an insane amount of damage. Let's see what happens. The Viking is continuing to scout over here, but he has no vision of what's happening just below the natural. That back door is exposed, and here it comes. Down go the depots. 3 Banelings remain, and he doesn't even pull his SCVs right away. He's actually going to fight with SCVs. Oh, no!
He's grouping them up. The Banelings are very slow here, of course, but if he can get a surround on all these Hellions, he gets 2 of them and 2 of the Reapers.
Yeah, and that means that these SCVs are going to lose a lot more mine time. I don't know where they think they're going, but they're not going back to mining anytime soon. And
are those actually the SCVs that went to the gold base? What?
Yeah, they went all the way to the gold base. Just mineral walked them to escape, and then now sends them back, and they're going to get hit by these Mutas and a few more. The Banes! Oh, whoa! Okay, good crisis management there at the end, but
he's taking so much damage.
The thing is, like, he was supply blocks, so he couldn't make Mutas to do the initial damage he wanted to do, but then he just had the surprise attack, the secondary attack that wasn't supposed to be the game changer, which actually means that his Mutas can now do even more damage. And, you know, I worry for Dream here. It's going to be really tough to stabilize and get that 3rd CC into position at this point. The 3rd base is up now for True. He's like, of course I banned Moonlight Madness. He's like, this map is actually Zerg favored. It's True favored.
Who knows, man? It is still very, very new, you know, so we do definitely have to see more games on it. For sure. It's easy to see what Fantasy did and say, hey, this is imbalanced. Like,
yeah.
We definitely need to see more games. And
I mean, I'm basically just teasing. Like, this is, I think what he did with a Baneling run by there could have happened on almost any map. It's just that Dream wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Oh, God, speaking of not paying attention.
Dream.
This could be bad.
Ooh,
wow.
Get the medevac.
Yeah. Does weaken this significantly, forcing a stim and killing one of the medevacs. Essentially, bounce damage will kill it. A Glaive Worm will do it.
He's going to get 2 medevacs here and even some Marines. And taking a look at True's upgrades here, he just went for both Evo Chambers, but he has only now the 1-1 coming in here. Dream already has his 1-1.
God, True is playing a game of his life right now.
He's looking so good, man. I was not expecting this.
Yeah, leave no stone unturned, leave no medevac floating, man. He's like checking everything, he's doing everything he needs to do. And now it's just going to push this Marine Force back. After he killed the medevacs, he knows these units have nowhere to run. And without the healing, Zerglings alone without Banelings can fight this.
Yeah.
Sup, CC? Get back where you belong.
No gold base for you.
Those medevacs need to be very careful. They're actually so exposed right now. Stressing me.
The muta control here from True is fantastic. Just great game sense. He's always got them in the right position and just sniping, getting so much damage done.
On maps like this that have a lot of these big walls, like the wall behind this base, oftentimes you'll see a Zerg player actually harass and bait, because if you 1A the Marines to chase, your medevacs will come with them if they're in the same control group, and then you can snipe the medevacs. So I think he was trying to do a little bit of that. But Dream is too good. Obviously, he's not just going to fly his medevacs into the Mutalisk. He's good control, good splitting of those control groups.
I am like in awe watching True with how active he is with the mutas. You know, people can have good micro, you can go in and out and snipe some stuff, but it's constantly doing damage. He's just flying circles around the base of Dream, and they're always doing something.
He's keeping them really tightly packed as well. Kind of like some StarCraft 1S micro we're seeing from there. So they can do as much damage as possible. Notice how he keeps, you saw it just for there for a second, he constantly makes them stack. So that when he comes in, they're all together so they can do quick damage. This is StarCraft 1 micro we're seeing right here. Stack
one turret.
Come in, kill a turret. It's like surgical strikes we're seeing with these Mutalisks. In this case, it's staying longer, but yeah, so much damage.
He's got +1 on this mutas. Got to be careful about the Widow Mines. Only one of them goes off, thankfully for him.
Yeah, that's when you don't want them to be stacked up.
Coming in for a run by at that third base. Not much to defend here except some Marines.
Yeah, he's actually just going to take a trade here with some of the Marines, basically. But again, the Mutalisks continue to do damage in the main base.
Sick multitasking here from True.
He's playing a sick game right now. He's playing out of his mind. He's ahead, and that makes it easier, but still. Yeah. I mean, he's not making any mistakes. Look at these, find some more medevacs.
So active, man. This is what I'm talking about.
That was a 1A problem, though. The medevac's flying over that wall. You know, that's the kind of baiting that you can do with this Mutalisk group. I love how he's playing this game. Got to be careful about that Widow Mine, though. Oh, he flies right over 2.
Ooh.
It's going to cost him a lot of hit points there.
Yeah, only loses 1 muta, so not the end of the world. But, yeah, I mean, Drew's, once again, playing so fantastically. We finally see the first Thor. Was waiting for this. He really needs those Thors to come out. Dream pretty famous for fantastic Thor micros in and out of the medevacs to deal with mutas. So maybe if he can just hold on. He's so far behind right now. But if there's anyone who could do it, I'd say it would be Dream.
He does have 3-3 on the way, and he's ahead in upgrades right now with the 2-2. Mutalisks are about to have +2, but they don't have +1 right now. The issue is, it's about to be the so many Banelings phase of the game for True. Oh, wow. Whoa, that was a bit messy, but it turns out okay. It's just going to hit this base so hard, and it's not going to hit back.
Yeah. CC going to go down nearly immediately to that many mutas. It gets totally ransacked. And the units that are coming over here are not even that plentiful. GG. Drew's going to take game number 1.
On Dash and Terminal. A very important win for your confidence and your map picks and stuff. Like, you don't ban this map, your opponent first picks it, and you win on it. That's a great feeling, because now you're going to game 2 on your map. And if you're able to take that one, you take an early 2-0 lead in the series, and you've got that momentum behind you. It's so important.
I'm like nearly speechless at this moment in time. True, before the games, he was like, hey, Dream, please take it easy on me. Obviously, these guys are pretty good friends. And Dream said the same thing back. He's like, hey, True, come on, take it easy. And I was like, oh, he's just joking, like poking fun at True. Like, Dream probably knows he's the favorite, right? Yeah. But after that game, I don't know, man. It's not as one-sided as I thought.